Gaming mouse is being installed. Keyboard is working. This keyboard is working. Let's get it.
Audio is working.
Hey everyone, welcome.
Hi everyone.
In last week's video I showed you what we've accomplished so far with unRAID. And in this week's video it's finally time to play with the GTX 1080s and the dual VM setup. So 2 gaming systems on one PC.
Yeah.
And that's the one between us, the server. Yeah. So we're going to cover that in this video. I already installed one VM with the pass-through of one 1080, and in this video we will install the second VM with the pass-through of the second 1080, and then probably we'll move over to the next room, do a setup, get that gaming system out of there, get the unRAID server
in there.
Yeah, on the desk.
Yeah.
Connect everything. I have to see how the pass-through goes for the peripherals, the keyboards, mouse. Another thing is when we boot up this R7 unRAID Frankenstein build, is that it initialized the GPU with the connected display as the first GPU. I couldn't find a way to bypass that in the BIOS, just to use the GT710 for that. So we will connect the GT710 as first display device, and then we have a clean pass-through for the VMs. But you could dump the BIOS of the 1080, use that or address that in the VM itself, and you will have a clean pass-through for that, but we're not going to play with that in this video. Without further ado, let's get started with the installation of the second VM.
Alright, let's go.
Okay. So in the background you can see our working unRAID server, and as you can see the uptime 6 days, 20 hours and 28 minutes, so it didn't have a reboot since our last video. We're going to shut down all these Dockers and virtual machines. So everything is shut down. Okay, then we have our virtual machines. Well, the gaming VM, this one is already done. Okay, add VM. It will be a Windows 10 machine. So gaming VM #2. Right. The CPUs, well, we go with this one. We can change it afterwards. Initial memory, we give this one 12 gigabytes as well. Let's see. Yes. Installation ISO. We have our installation ISO. Well, make this one SATA. Virtual IO drivers. Yes. Well, make everything SATA. Primary free disk location. Well, this will be manual as well, because we want to install this natively on the second SSD. We need to look up the name for that, because I don't know what that SSD is called. Let's see, R7 unRAID. By ID. Okay, we have some disks here, and it will be the one on top. That's the only one, 120 gigabytes. So we're going to copy this line. Yes, like that. And we paste it in here. Like that. It will be written as SATA. The graphics card, at first we're going to use VNC, and afterwards we're going to pass through the GTX card. VNC video driver best, we'll give it the password, just for the sake of it. VNC keyboard, sound card.
No. Well, we'll have to see if it works. But
okay. We don't know for now. Network Mac, well, that's fine. Network bridge. There will be VBR 0. Virtual bridge 0. USB devices, I'm not going to pass through anything now. We're not going to start this VM. So now we have gaming VM #1 and #2. We're going to need some information from this as well, because the description needs to match our settings. Yes, just to keep things clear. And this will be the 120 gigabyte SSD. Right? Yes. And maybe we should look up which cores the first VM uses. Okay. Fine. Done. So we're going to start this. We use the VNC remote. Well, I'm not that fast. Okay, so we're in time. Windows 10 setup 64-bit. Otherwise the 12 GB RAM wouldn't make any sense at all. Okay, we only have Dutch.
That's fine for now.
Okay, for now. Sorry, it will be Dutch. Install now. So tonight I have my GTX 1080s back. After 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. We'll install a product key later. Or not. Will be Pro. Can you handle Pro?
I think I can.
Next. Yeah, we have our SSD. Yes. Next. I'm just going to let this installation finish because this is pretty boring. Almost done. Yay.
Yay.
The excitement. Yes, we're done. Okay. Oh, nice. So we don't have any network and we miss a PCI simple communication controller. So we're going to install this, and the virtual ISO has been mounted as well. So we're going to look for drivers. Yeah, look for it. Install, yes please, thank you. So that one is done. No thank you. So we have internet. Okay, then we have the PCI simple communication controller.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're going to look for that on E as well. Next. It's a serial driver. Okay. So now we have basically all the hardware for now installed.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Does it have... no, it doesn't have an audio thing. Okay.
No. Well, we could test it when we install the graphics drivers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because we didn't pass through the
video card, yeah.
the video card itself,
No.
only the audio, so
Yeah.
maybe that's why it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So I'm going to call this one OS. Do you have enough space on 120 GB?
Yeah, we can take a small game. Pac-Man.
Yeah, you can run that from a potato. So basically the VM is done.
Yeah.
I think we should have a look on the next room. How we're going to make some space for all of this. We need a screen for you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's have a look at that. Okay, let's see. We need this. It's already booted, and we're going to start the array. Let's see what it does. Yeah, array started. Then let's have a look at the VMs. We made some changes off cam, and that wasn't very successful. So at this moment we have a non-working virtual machine. We passed through the audio already. Where is it located? There, sound card, NVIDIA, update. And it gives this error, internal error, unknown PCI source type vendor. Yeah, let's try the second VM and see if that one works. Edit. This one is still at VNC.
Yeah.
Want to give that one a GTX card?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that one. Audio controller 8, update. Yeah. You want to start this VM, the second one?
Yeah, see if it does anything.
If it does anything, yes, start. Oh, we need to connect the monitors. We didn't connect the monitors. Yeah. This one goes... Oh. Somewhere here. But I think it's a good idea that we get a keyboard and a mouse connected to that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, and give it a Yeah, there we go. And that will be the Logitech MK260 update. VM creation error, failed to attach device, hot attach. Oh, it doesn't like it when I do that. So let's power it down then. Stop. Yeah. And then we go to edit. And we give it the MK260. 1080 and the sound 1080 as well. Virtual Bridge 0. We have a look at that after we know for sure both VMs are working.
Yeah.
Okay. Start.
Yay!
Do you have an image?
Yes, we have an image.
Okay. Okay.
So it needs to power up with the cable connected.
I can see why people dump their BIOSes.
Yeah.
Because this is really tedious.
Mm-hmm.
It is. This isn't the way it's supposed to be. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. But does it actually boot? So, still not working. Okay. Well, then we stop it again. What can we do to make this work? This one needs to go. We don't need that one anymore. And yeah, the virtual I/O drive, we don't need that anymore either. Let's see, English update. So we disconnected both ISOs.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see if it will boot now. VNC remote.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so it has to do with the something to do with the ISO, one
Yeah.
of the ISOs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, we'll power this down.
Maybe try removing the ISOs from the other VM as well and see if that
Yeah,
fixes anything.
will be the
Number
1080 number 8.
Yeah.
With the sound card as well.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter because you don't have sound in that monitor.
No, but we can see if it installs it.
That's a good point. Update and start. Yes. Okay, so we have too little space as usual.
Yeah.
Always. Should have looked for a bigger house. With all these computer stuff. Let's see. Okay, so we have the SSD. Nice.
Mm-hmm. We have network, it says.
Yeah, but it's still on the virtual bridge, so we have to look that up later. And the first VM isn't working
No.
as for now.
So we can try disabling the ISOs on that as well and
Yeah,
see if that does anything.
That could cause a problem, indeed. Well, it already installed the NVIDIA control panel, so the NVIDIA card is recognized.
Yeah.
I'll add some icons to the desktop for you. Chevy! Yes, okay. So, and this one is still blue.
Yeah.
Blue as it can be. NVIDIA configuration. Yes, it installed the driver 388.13.
Yeah, it's very old.
Yeah. So we need to update that one.
Uh-huh.
And you wanted to know if that audio passed through. Let's see. Sound. Yeah, we do. NVIDIA high definition audio. So
Okay.
that should work, but we can't test it with this screen because it doesn't have built-in audio.
No.
So now we're going to start the second VM. Let's see if that one works.
Yeah.
Okay, so second VM is working. Now we're going back to the first VM. We're going to remove the ISOs as well from this one. This one isn't needed anymore. 7.7. Path to ROM file, we don't have that.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think we need to look up this error. It does have something to do with the USB. But if we disable all of these, it still doesn't want to update.
No.
It could have something to do with the first attempt when it was still here. And I tested the VM with a couple of games. I used different peripherals.
Yeah.
So it could have something to do with that. Or I could just remove this whole VM, start over, and just point it to the same SSD. That's maybe the easiest way
Yeah.
to do it. It's a little bit cheaty, because we actually didn't pinpoint the exact problem. Just going to cancel this, and I'm going to delete this whole VM. I'll remove VM. Yeah. Add VM, Windows 10, auto start, well, it's gaming, well, VM, okay. Description, yeah, nice. Okay, this one had the CPUs 4, 5, 6 and 7, and that one disabled. It had 12 gigabytes of RAM. Yes, and that's fine. And we don't need that, and we don't need this either. Primary feed disk location will be manual, and we're going to paste that in there. Yes. Graphics card will be 7. Well, it's connected, so we're just going to pass it through as of now.
Yeah.
And I'm also going to pass through my gaming keyboard and my G502 gaming mouse.
And you had the feed disk personal data.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Thank you. Create. Will this work? Yay! Boom! Yay! Resident Evil 2 still installed. Fine, no. Thank you. Gaming mouse is being installed. Keyboard is working. This keyboard is working. Let's get this.
Audio is working.
Well, kinda. What? What's that? This sounds like a really bad horror movie. What?
As you can see, the Philips is very good built-in speakers.
Audio's gone. I think. Yep. Okay, so the audio isn't.
Is the audio gone, or did you just blow out the speakers?
No, I didn't. The speakers. It recognizes the 4K screen as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so this is where it's really snappy. It's really fun. Whoa, CPU 70%, and this one. I think the Ryzen will suffer. You need to update, and I can game.
Yeah.
I want to test this with GTA 5 because now we have a working setup. I want to test it with GTA 5, and what are you going to play? You need to install Steam as well.
Yeah, we can. I can install something.
I will wait. I will wait for you. Yeah, we're just going to update this VM as well. Install the latest update, the latest NVIDIA driver. We can see if we can get that horrible sound out of my VM. It's passed through, so
yeah. It could,
and now it's gone completely, so we don't have any sound at all.
No.
It's just no, it's not working, and it's not that responsive. No, I don't think that that's going to work. Yeah, everything works as you can see. Chevy has installed Wolfenstein,
Old
Blood, and I have installed GTA 5. So Chevy has 4 cores. I have 4 cores. We both have 12 gigabytes of RAM, so it has some usage. We're just going to play for a little bit, and let's see what the system load is. So we have a total of 8 cores then. 24 gigabytes of RAM, both dedicated SSDs, SSD pass-throughs. The audio is working, but it sounds terrible. The game does actually run at 4K on high settings, and your game runs at 1080p. Because it's not a 4K screen. And on what graphic settings do you run?
At the moment this is like all settings on high.
Yeah.
And I get around average 60. It sometimes does drop a little bit, like to 54, 56. But overall it seems stable at 60.
Okay.
I also have quite a bit of insulation, even though VSync is on.
Yeah.
And I've got some screen tearing going on.
Yeah, well, if you drop below 60, then VSync doesn't help you that much anymore. So we could increase the amount of cores per virtual machine. So we could give them both 8 cores and see if we have any difference in the performance. Both VMs should be powered down now. Yeah, they are. Let's see how we going to assign these cores. First VM will have CPU 0 to 7. So these 8, yeah. Update. Okay, thank you. Update. So this one has 8 cores now. Now we go to the second VM. And we're going to edit these settings. Going to disable these cores. Yeah, it needs 1 core, I know. And that will be 8 to 15. Yeah. So then we have all cores pretty much occupied if both VMs are running. Yeah, very good. Apply. Okay. Yo.
No.
Look, gaming keyboard, ready for action. How about my Xbox controller?
Let's pick a chapter.
Well, pick the same chapter as before. Bring them on. Well, okay. So we're good. Let's see what the CPU stresses. Oh, well, these are different numbers. We have 11 to 20% CPU usage, so I think that was the bottleneck. Let's see. The sound is fixed.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sound is working. Yay!
Nice.
So we have normal sound now. And we have a more acceptable, well, wow. Not really. We have a more acceptable frame rate. The more cores, the worse the driving skill. Now this is running way better than before. How about you? How is yours doing?
Well, I'm still in the cutscene, so I can't really judge it yet.
Okay.
Can't skip this, so.
No, mine is running way better than before with 4 cores. So it does have a massive impact if you have a quad core or 8 cores. But I don't know which cores are dedicated and which cores are logical. So
No.
which one are physical and which one are logical. I have some stutters here and there now. Could be due to the graphics. Everything is set to high and it's running on 4K, so
Yeah, I think that's more to do with graphic settings than
yeah.
actual load.
Yeah, we don't have as a line.
No. But yeah, it does seem to run fine.
Yeah, really. Really nice. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yes.
Well, not exactly at the same time. Close enough.
Yeah.
Collecting system info.
I think yours stopped running.
Yep. Mine crashed already. Why? Stop. Show, wow.
What if you make in hexacores? So 6
6 cores, 6 threads.
for every, yeah.
Yep, we could try that.
Because then unRAID will have 2 threads on as well.
Yeah, maybe you need to make a print screen. We can show it in the video what the score is.
Yeah.
And then we can compare it to the previous run.
Yes.
Yeah. Gaming VM1. Force stop. Ha! Well, that works. Oh, we have something here. What was the FPS you had here?
About the same. I think it's going to be about the same.
Okay. Well, it should be the same. Only my score should be lower because you were running at 8 cores and this one is running at 6.
Yeah.
So we can see what it does with the CPU performance.
Yeah.
And with the graphic performance if you have too few cores.
Yeah.
So that was unRAID.
Yeah.
We had some troubles with the benchmarks.
Yeah, especially running them at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't exactly know what caused that issue. It might have just been 3D Mark that was messing
around. Was only with 3D Mark. We
Yeah.
tested those two games, Wolfenstein and GTA 5.
Yeah.
With 4 cores, well, yeah, with 2 VMs, it wasn't working all that great.
No.
With 6 cores, very doable. You saw those at the end.
Yeah.
And with 8 cores, the best. But
Yeah. But then, you
what is left for unRAID?
Yeah, because you're using all the cores, so not much is left for unRAID itself.
No, or any Docker containers or whatever you have running on the background. No, we would suggest if you want to do this, go with the CPU that has more cores, a higher core count, and threads in this case.
Mm-hmm.
The downside with that is the Ryzen we used was clocked at 3.6 gigahertz, wasn't overclocked.
No.
So it was running at basically 3.6 or 3.7.
I think it's 3.7.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. But it wasn't overclocked, but because we utilize more cores than 1 or 2, it can't turbo boost.
No.
So it won't turbo boost to 4 or 4.2 or how high it can go. If you go with the CPU with a higher core count, then the CPU speed, most of the times, is even lower than 3.7.
Yeah.
So if you end up with a CPU of 3.1 gigahertz, then
you will have less performance.
You will have less performance than with this Ryzen CPU. Yeah. Other than that, I must say I was pretty impressed with the performance with both virtual machines, gaming at the same time, utilizing different cores with different applications.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was working really well. The sound hiccups were pretty annoying.
Yeah, but mostly only on when we had them set to 4 cores.
Yeah. I don't know what it was about. Really.
No. Like on 6 and 8 cores, the sound was fine.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, most of the time it worked pretty well. Yeah, we wanted to test the network and we wanted to link the network cards to the virtual machines.
Yeah.
Yeah, we end up using the bridge mode for the network card that was connected. So we have configured the second network card now, but we don't use it. It was for testing. It wasn't necessary.
No.
Not at all. The downloads from Steam went with 40 megabytes a second.
Yeah.
And that's basically because the SSD couldn't go any faster.
No.
So it's downloading and installing at the same time. Now, the SSDs were utilized 100%.
Yeah.
That was the bottleneck there. We already disassembled the 2 GTX 1080s from that machine. They are back in my Intel Core i9 build.
Mm-hmm.
The unRAID server is in the basement.
Yeah.
Where it belongs. As a server now. Because I will still use it as my main build.
Yeah.
I haven't figured out really what kind of license I will buy for that. Works really well. The HP Gen 8 microserver, we will use that for the Open Media Vault setup.
Mm-hmm.
And those videos can exist alongside each other.
Yeah.
We still need some hard drives for that server.
Yeah.
So I will look, next week I will look for a couple of hard drives so we can create a new RAID array for that. And an SSD as well. Yeah, but with that, this video is about unRAID. I'm very satisfied with the result.
Yeah.
Yeah, this will not be the last video of unRAID. We have a couple of those planned.
Yeah.
Mostly for configuration, Docker containers, a little bit in-depth stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so with that, we're going to leave the video at this.
Yeah.
If you have any comments, suggestions, maybe some advice, you can leave them down in the comment section. Thank you all for watching and see you in the next one. Bye!
Bye.